Episode 1. Hello everyone, my name is Chase Chewning. I'm your host here on EverForward Radio. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to Episode 1. This venture, this platform, this idea has been something I have been developing for the past several months, but honestly it has been an idea of mine in the back of my head for a long time coming. I would say that 2016 was a year of self-education for me, and a way that I did that, one of the ways that I did that, was through just finding a lot of great speakers, interviewers, and platforms, and I found that through podcasts. And so I dove in heavy. I was listening to self-help, fitness, nutrition, education, economics, all kinds of different topics, and I really found that platform was a great way for people who were great in that field, but also another way to bring in others who were doing great things in that industry, similar industries, honestly, just to be a way to share stories. And so that is something that really struck a chord with me. I wanted to do the same because in my day-to-day job, I am a certified health coach. I'm a trainer. I live to serve others, and I love helping other people work towards, and honestly just destroy goals that they have when it comes to their overall health and wellness. And I wanted to just find a way to extend that reach. I wanted to find a way to help others. I wanted to be that platform for other people that I have come in contact with or reach out to or just find of particular interest to come tell their story of successes, of failures, of that catalyst, that moment, that ever forward moment in their life where they just knew they were on the right path and they just put everything else aside. So that is why I'm doing this, what you can expect from it. Now, who can you expect from this? I have so far had the pleasure of interviewing a lot of great entrepreneurs online, via Instagram, YouTube, you name it, some great fitness celebrities who have also dabbled in a lot of other side projects. So they are just great movers and shakers in their own industry, as well as looking into other people in my immediate community. I'm a resident here in Washington, D.C. I have ties back down in Richmond, Virginia, all over the Northern Virginia area. I just have been fortunate enough to meet a lot of people who are like-minded, doing a lot of great things that I just feel the world needs to know their story, because I get inspired from them, I get motivated from them, and it's not just about making gains in the gym or losing weight or just furthering anything under the health and wellness umbrella, but in just a lot of different areas of my life that I think a lot of others could also benefit from. My goal in this podcast is to have it available every Monday morning, bright and early. We're talking dark 30, except by dark 30, I mean really 6 a.m. So 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find this live and ready to go. Each week it will be an interview, and then the following will be a standalone session with myself. So you get some alternation of a guest speaker or speakers, and then me rotating in topics that I choose to just share or some kind of take-home messages that have hit me that week or in recent history. As of now, you will find this on iTunes alone. To all my Google friends out there, Android, I am working on getting this on the Google Play platform. I believe it's called Stitcher as well. Also looking to branch off into SoundCloud. Again, like I was saying earlier, my goal for this is to reach as many people possible, to share my experiences, to share my story, as well as be that platform for others to get their voice, their accomplishments, their failures, honestly, out there with you all to connect, and then have you take what you need from it, apply it in your life, and drive on. The overarching theme of EverForward Radio stems from, honestly, at this point, a lifetime of a family mantra. If any of you know my story, know my brother's story, Max Chewning, he has established his own fitness clothing line, fitness apparel known as EverForward Apparel, and we got that from our father. So taking this message of ever forward, live a life ever forward. So no matter what happens, to just trust and embrace in that process, and to just drive on and know that you are on the path that you are meant to be, and that everything works out one way or the other in the end. May not be the original goal you had in mind, but looking back on things, to be grateful for everything that happened to get you in the place that you are today, or to be that catalyst, to be that spark, to be that momentum you need to propel yourself forward. To realize that living a life idling is not living at all. You need to find a way to apply passion to purpose. And that is something you will hear me bring up repeatedly in my interviews, because I really feel that that is what I'm doing here. I'm taking a passion of helping others, of constantly being a student of life, and putting it to a purpose, putting it to this platform to just share the wealth, spread the knowledge. So EverForward was something that our father picked up while he was serving in the Virginia National Guard unit. So he continued the legacy of military service in our family, much like myself, and started off National Guard before going active duty with the 101st Airborne. But his National Guard unit back in our hometown of Roanoke, Virginia, their motto, their creed, like every unit has, was ever forward. And this was something that was instilled in him during his time in the military, and it's something that he just brought home with him in more ways than one. I cannot tell you, or I could tell you, I would be spending a lot of episodes just describing our father. He was a man who, no matter what, put his needs last. He put his wife, his children, his family above all else, and not realizing it to the full extent as a child, but looking back, I appreciate it so much more. The continuous sacrifices that he made to make sure that we wanted for nothing and just had a life that was of so much value, so much greatness, of worth, that we could carry on and just do anything we put our minds to. He always instilled in us that he was never looking for perfection, but he would be damned if we were not going to apply ourselves. If you fail and can look back and know that you gave it your all, we never really considered that a failure. It was just a unfortunate learning curve, we'll say. So with that message that he received from Uncle Sam, the way he passed it down to all of us, it means so much to each one of us, to my brother, my sister, every member of my family just has taken it and applied it in their own special way. And I really feel that that message, that value behind those two little words can just go the distance. And so EverForward Radio is going to be a way that I can honor my father, but also to be that combination of passion and purpose for me. So EverForward Radio will continue to bring you the movers, the shakers. It will be a way to bring you continued great stories of successes, of failures, of ways that people are just putting passion to purpose. They are having their EverForward moment and just moving on and never looking back. This episode is going to be a little bit short. I just wanted to give a brief introduction as to the who, what, why, where, when, how, all that good information on what to expect, when you can expect it, and the backstory behind EverForward. And I chose today specifically, Sunday, January 22nd, 2017, as my initial launch date, because as I'm speaking to you right now, I am back home. Honestly, about the time this is live, I will be headed to the cemetery with my wife, with my brother, with my stepmom, possibly some other friends and family members, like we do every year. We go back to visit our dad, who on January 22nd of 2005 was taken sooner than we all had hoped. He lost the battle, an 18-month battle, to Lou Gehrig's disease, also known as ALS. And so I thought this was great timing. I couldn't have asked for a better transition into launch from the interviews that I have stockpiled thus far, from the solo sessions I've recorded thus far. And this will not be the normal launch time or day. You can expect them, like I said, Mondays at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I could not have thought of a better way to honor him, to honor myself and my family than to launch this on the memorial of his passing. So it has been years since he has been in our life, but not a second goes by that his presence is not felt, resonated in one way, shape, or another with all of us. So I hope you all enjoyed this intro to EverForward Radio. I have so many great guests coming up. Stay tuned. Week after week, I'm going to bring you amazing content. I'm going to just pass on the knowledge, the education, the experiences, like I said, the successes and the failures that I have experienced, that I am able to pull from others and talk about. And hopefully you too can understand that a success, a failure, looking back, sometimes they're the same thing. They just come in different packages. So that is episode 1. Thank you so much for joining me here on EverForward Radio. Again, I'm your host, Chase Chewning. Stay tuned. Next week, Monday morning, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Expect the first interview. Everyone have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me. And please take this message and go forward. EverForward.